Up here on the sand dunes with Adam Johnson and Tara Christie, two primitive surf team riders. We've got a few of our boards up here. We've got the a full range of boards. We're going to just have a quick talk to AJ in between heats and also Tara about what they're riding at the moment and what goes best in what conditions. AJ, talk us through what you're riding.
Me at the moment, I'm on the 511 skimmy tar, 511 19 2 3/16. And I just find it really good. I mean, I ride it probably 90% of the time in virtually everything. But even, I mean, you know, today, smaller day, it's got the buoyancy, but it's still small enough that you can whip it around pretty easy. I ride some loose fins in it. So
when you're so you just got back from Bali, getting married over there and
yes.
surfing over in Bali. We got shots of you up on the website, but you're riding this board over in Keramas and all those waves over in Bali?
I was indeed, yeah. This has sort of been my magic carpet at the moment. Got a little baby crease in her, but
did that this morning out here?
I did on a little shorey, but no, I mean, you know, we had everything from 4 or 5 foot solid Keramas to, you know, 6 Ulus and the whole way. I didn't step off this once.
Yeah,
so
okay. It's held up all right too. It's got the carbon fibre around the tail. It's held up quite good.
Yeah, I always get the carbons on my tail. I've got heavy feet, so
you see how much that deck's shrunk from your feet, but
yeah, I tend to
like
a lot
of pressure on there.
Once my boards tend to flatten out a bit once you've gotten on them, and that's when they really start to come into their own. Because I don't know, it just flattens down the rail, and you get used to them. So, but yeah, it's been really versatile, and I don't want to ride anything else.
And hold this for a second. And have you tried any other scimitars with different tails on them?
I haven't really. I've always gone for the pulled-in squash. I like it. It gives you a lot of manoeuvrability.
This one's swallow.
Swallow.
Swallow. And you're sporting the PC5s?
Yeah.
Is that the standard fin for you?
I change my fins up quite a lot, but I try and go for something that's got some drive because I'm a bigger guy, so I need a bit of drive, but then I just try and get release out of the fins just at the end.
Yep.
So just so my turns aren't too stiff and you can throw a little bit of extra looseness into it. It's a good recipe.
Very good. Well, you're going good today, mate. You've won a few heats and got another one coming up shortly, so
yeah, no,
good luck with that. So, and also we've got your frizzle over here. I'll just grab that if I can for a sec, and haven't been surfing this one as much, and you use this as a quaddie.
Yeah, I've been playing with the fin setup on it, just trying to, you know, get a bit of a feel for what works best. But I kind of ride this. It's 5'9", but it's still, you know, there's still a lot of foam in it.
Yep.
So I kind of ride it when it is small and flat, really fat waves.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just playful. You know, you get real rhythm and float on it. So
yeah,
that's where
So this is a frizzle model, so there's a lot less rocker in it.
Yeah.
And that fishy sort of nose plan shape with the quad fin setup.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. We've also got over here our new blunt model. Have you had a go at one of them yet?
I haven't, but I'm actually probably going to be hitting you up for one of those next.
So
I've been having a good look at them, that's for sure.
Well, I just did one of these for Viddy.
Yeah.
And what we did is we sawed the tail off and just did that square tail, that blocky square tail. And he's only had it for a couple of weeks, but the feedback from him's been amazing. He's been raving about it.
What size is he riding at?
5'9", I think.
Yep.
Yeah, 5'9". Yeah. So
what's with the plugs on the front?
Well, this is Rees one, so that's actually set up for the GoPro camera.
Yes.
Yeah. So with a lot of people lately, we've put the GoPro plug on there for the camera, and then just to secure it even further, we put a little leggy plug on there so you can put a little leash on to hold the GoPro camera on there.
Yeah.
You can also set that GoPro camera up on the back, just behind your deck grip, and that sits up behind your back feet, sort of facing forward.
Get the barrel vision.
The barrel vision. Yeah.
Is that common for people to get that?
Yeah, we've been doing it heaps.
Really?
Yeah, because we've been selling a lot of the GoPro cameras, and then at the same time putting them on people's boards from.
Yeah. Combo.
Yeah. We've got some, there's some videos on the website, on our website, on the video page. There's a GoPro one. There's some footage of that. Tara, what have you been riding lately?
Um,
Here's your new scimitar.
yes, this is my brand new. It's my baby at the moment.
Yeah?
Yeah, so this is my new scimitar. It's a little bit different from what I usually ride.
Is this the first scimitar that I've done?
No, I had another scimitar. It was 5'7".
Yeah.
So I've just kind of tweaked it a little bit. It's 5'9", so it's gone a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
A little bit wider and a little bit thicker. So it's a really good performance board.
Yeah.
So.
And the same pulled-in swallowtail works for you?
Yep, same swallowtail. I'm the same as AJ. I haven't really stepped out, tried any different tails yet.
Yeah. You can do that. You can put whatever tail you want on the scimitar model, and it just personal preference seems to work good, you know?
Yeah.
You can put a squash tail or a rounded pin or whatever on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so it's good. I just had a surf on it before out here, and there's a little bit of a gutter.
Yeah.
And one of those waves is a bit smaller, and just pumped it all the way through. So it's got great flotation and out of our transition.
Cool. And I'll just grab my punt. Sort of rounds off the quiver. You know, we haven't got the standard shortboard here, but I think everyone knows what the standard shortboard sort of looks like. Yeah. And these are all slight variations on it with the scimitar model, the blunt, and then the frizzle.
Yeah, I think it's funny. I think nowadays the standard shortboard is more or less a skimmy or a punt or.
Yeah, exactly. This is our standard punt that we've always done, but the standard punt's been around for about 10 years now. And it's actually evolved, so it actually slightly changes like a shortboard does, and we slightly change the rocker. And you know, so I might pull the tail in a little bit more. As we sort of learn that things go better differently, we sort of adapt it. So you might have had if you've had a punt before.
Yeah.
I know this is like, I'm a big fan of the punt, and sort of everyone knows that, but this is the best punt I've had.
Yeah.
And it's got the carbon fibre rails on it too.
Yeah, how do you find the carbon fibre rails? It stiffen the board up a bit?
Everyone thought it was going to stiffen the boards up, and it doesn't. First time I rode this, I just went off the bottom and it just went, wow. So you should try it. We've had a lot of the guys riding it that thought it would stiffen up. I just did one for Viddy with the carbon rails. Yep. And it's the board's a lot stronger as far as snapping because we leave the stringer in.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of people take the stringer out and have it as a stringless board. And then, to me, you don't need to do that. You can leave the stringer in and still get that flex that you want out of the board.
Yeah, yeah. They're a lot harder just to feel, you know, they're really firm.
Yeah, really quite strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the blunt was just an evolution of the punt model, a little bit less rocker and that sawn off tail and a little bit wider through that tail sort of
thing. It kind of reminds me of some of the boards that, you know, Dane Reynolds gets on. And
it's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had people coming to us wanting to something that Dane's riding, so that's it.
Yeah.
And it goes really good. And the other board in our range is the good old Blackbird.
One of my other favourites.
Yeah, same.
Blackbird.
Yep. So the Blackbird's been around for a little while now as well, but it's probably the most popular board I shape.
Really?
Yeah. The amount of these things that I shape is amazing. A lot of people run them as a quad setup now too.
Yep.
So you can run them as a quaddie, the MRTXs.
Yeah, I've got the MRTX in mine.
Or you can just run as a normal thruster setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I find super loose, heaps of fun. I mean, sometimes on a shore in particular, I'll get out on my board and just forget that I'm riding such a small board, and you're just amazed at how well it still sticks to your turns and how critical you can get on them.
Yeah.
And the speed you get, it's insane. So I can understand why you're shaping a lot of them.
Yeah. And they go good in everything from like 5'5" up to, well, we do Big Birds, which is just a bigger version.
Yeah.
In 7 foot. We'll do a lot of them for guys that are coming down off bigger boards.
Yep.
Even up to 7'6". So, yeah. So that's it's a performance. It's a performance fish.
Yeah.
And as long as you keep them thin and you don't go too thick, you don't lose the performance of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, we've got our other primitive surf team rider Ash McDonald out in the water at the moment, so we better get back to the postcode challenge and let you get ready for the next heat.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for your time, AJ and Tara.
Yeah,
Cheers. No worries.
My thoughts take a break from this world and